First of all, you're going to want to use warm distilled water or warm reverse osmosis or some form of filtered water. You don't want to boil the water, but you want to get it fairly warm. Um, then, if you've never used cayenne pepper before, you're going to want to start off with about a quarter teaspoon to a half a teaspoon. So get a pot full of warm water. Bring it, or get a pot, bring it to boil. Once it starts boiling, turn it off and let it sit for a couple minutes. Then put your cayenne pepper in the pot, stir it up, and put the lid on and let it sit for an hour. And in an hour, you'll have a quality cayenne pepper potion. So start off with a quarter teaspoon to a half a teaspoon, depending on the heat. Um, some of the cayenne peppers on the market are much hotter than um, your typical supermarket cayenne pepper, such as your African bird's eye cayenne pepper ranges from anywhere from 90,000 heat units to over 100,000 heat units, whereas your typical cayenne pepper from the supermarkets ranges from 2,500 heat units to upwards of 10,000 heat units. So you can use more of the less hot cayenne than the hot cayenne, and that's why I recommend getting hot cayenne, particularly the African bird's eye cayenne pepper, because you can buy this stuff very cheaply, and you only have to use little amounts of it, so you get more bang for your buck if you buy the hot stuff. But just experiment. You're not going to overdose with cayenne pepper. Stay within the quarter to half a teaspoon range if you've never used it before. And you'll notice as you continue to use it, if you continue to use it, um, you will build a tolerance to the heat and you'll be able to eat more and more of it. I started out eating cayenne pepper years ago and consuming it in the form of potions, and I've graduated from cayenne. I still consume it, but I consume Scotch bonnet peppers, Fatali peppers, Trinidad scorpion peppers, which are incredibly hot. I believe they're one of the hottest peppers on the planet. The Naga viper peppers I consume. Um, just a myriad of peppers. There's in habaneros, chocolate habaneros, and the more you consume capsaicin, which is the active ingredient in cayenne pepper, the more you consume these hot elements, the higher your tolerance will become, and you'll be able to go from the cayenne pepper to the Thai dragon pepper to the habanero, and you'll be able to work up the echelon of the pepper hierarchy, so to speak. Where to get it? Just go on Amazon.com and do some searching. Just go find one. Use your intuition and go find one, preferably organic. I'll put some links in the description box to some places where you can find it, and places where I've bought it in the past and I like the products. So check the description box if you want to buy the same cayenne pepper that I use and have used over the years. Right now I get it from a health store near my house. I use 25,000 heat unit cayenne pepper and 90,000 heat unit cayenne pepper, and I've also gone up to 160,000 heat unit cayenne peppers and used that in the form of powder. So if you are interested in cayenne pepper, I do recommend that you do some research on YouTube. There's a ton of good information out there, as well as on the internet, on Google. And if you're interested and you want to devote 30 to 40 minutes of your day, go and check out my cayenne pepper video that I made years ago. And I'll provide a link on the screen right now if you want to check that out. I was much younger in that video, and I've matured a lot. And some of these videos, I go back and I watch them, and I'm like, damn, what was I? Just it's funny to watch the way that you act and the way that you behave on camera after like a 3 or 4 year period of not watching yourself. It's interesting. So I'm not going to take that video off. There's still relevant information on that video, so go check it out if you're interested. And again, you're going to want to use warm water, preferably. You don't have to, but the oily elements and the different constituents within the cayenne pepper powder are going to leach into the water more effectively if you use warmer water. And you're also going to, here's just another essential tip, you're going to want to swish the cayenne pepper in your mouth for a little while before you drink it. And that's because there's relay centers on the tongue. If you do study holistic medicine, or holistic healing, excuse me, and alternative medicine, you'll realize that there are various relay centers on the tongue that connect to all the different parts of the anatomy. So when you put the cayenne pepper on your tongue, it sends signals to the heart to react to the cayenne pepper. I go into this in my video regarding cayenne pepper, so check that out. I'm trying to remember the name of the book and the doctor who elaborated on this heavily. But the tongue, every part of the body is intimately connected. The entire system and all the glands and all the tissues, the cells, the fluids, the blood, the bones, the hair, the minerals within the body, they all work together as a system that works codependently on every single part of the anatomy. So that's why I don't agree with doctors when hey, you can get your appendix removed, your tonsils. I believe that these God designed the human organism perfectly. You don't need. I feel like removing tonsils and appendix, the gallbladder. I feel like that's an abomination. And if you're in a state where you think you need to have something removed, I seriously recommend that you observe and look at your diet and your lifestyle and make sure that what you're eating and what you're consuming and the stress of your life isn't causing an ailment or a pathology within, say, your gallbladder, etc. So, in my opinion, surgery and Western methods of cutting and hacking and slashing the body and removing things is the absolute last measure that you take. So I don't recommend just because your doctor says, hey, well, we can just take your gallbladder out. You don't need it. You don't need this. I recommend not going down that path. Not smart. Check out Dr. Norman Walker's book, Colon Health. You can regain the vitality of your youth, I believe it's called. And read what he has to say about removing these various parts of the physiology. Not smart. So again, just to try to keep this short, I always try to keep these videos concise, but they end up going over 10 minutes. So try to keep this one a little on the shorter side. You're going to want to use warm water, but you can use cold water, preferably warm. And you're going to want to slowly work your dosage up of cayenne pepper until you can tolerate the higher levels of heat. And go off slow, or start slowly, because if you do consume too much cayenne pepper, and many people's system does not have what it takes to digest large amounts of these hot elements. So you can ingest too much cayenne pepper, and let me tell you, it can give you some serious stomach cramps, and it can hurt coming out the rear end, the anus. You can feel the heat. So that's why it's smart to go patiently, approach this in a gingerly fashion, and be patient as you work up your tolerance to cayenne pepper. And you're going to want to get some quality cayenne pepper, preferably organic, because many of the cayenne peppers in the supermarket, they're not as potent nutritionally as the stuff that you're going to find on online health stores and at your local health shop if they have cayenne pepper. So don't try the standard cayenne pepper from the supermarket and complain when it doesn't work. You get what you pay for. And surprisingly enough, from the research I've done and even the experiments that I've done, even the supermarket store, even the supermarket version of cayenne pepper produces an effect. Although that effect is nowhere near the effect from a quality cayenne pepper, a hotter cayenne pepper, it is still noticeable. So, peace be with you.